Hello everyone, my name is Prashant and the topic for today's video is Python Boto3 script to clean up snapshot. As a system admin or a DevOps engineer, this is one of the common tasks which you used to encounter where you need to clean up your snapshot on a regular basis. And the idea behind it is to save the cost. Okay, so in one of my previous video, I showed you how to create this snapshot. In this video, I am going to show you how to clean up those snapshot. Okay, and this we are going to do it with the help on the basis of the time. So for example, if my snapshot age is greater than, let's say, 7 days, or completely depending upon your company requirement, you are going to clean up that snapshot. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's jump to my PyCharm, and the first thing we are going to do is to import the Boto3 library, Boto3 module. Okay, and like I mentioned, we are going to clean up this snapshot on the basis of time. I'm going to import this datetime module. And in my previous video, I already explained about this datetime module. So I'm not going to go into the depth of why we are using it and what is the use of that. Now, the next step is the snapshot comes under EC2. So I am going to create Boto3 resource for EC2. Okay. Now let's go to the Boto3 documentation, available services. Okay, scroll down, and here you will see service resource. Okay, let this page to be loaded. Sometimes it's pretty slow. Okay, and if you scroll down under collection, you will see something called snapshot. So let's click on that, and remember, because it's a collection, so it's snapshots. If you scroll down here under sub resources, there is something called snapshot here. So don't be confused between the snapshot. Snapshot is for single snapshot, snapshots is for multiple snapshots. That's why it comes under collection. So we have snapshot, and then we have the method called all. So what I will do first is just to print that. So ec2 dot snapshots dot all. Okay, and let me execute this script, python 3 snapshot cleanup.py, and you see it's a collection. So what we can do for snapshot in ec2.collection.all, let's print it. Okay. If you execute this script, this will take a lot of time, and the reason for that, if you go to the AWS console, go to EC2, and it is the same logic that I have explained to you during the AMI cleanup script. If you go to the snapshot, you will see there is one snapshot which is owned by me, this one. Okay. Now if you click on the public snapshot, there are bunch of public snapshots, 27,580. And what this script is trying to do is to get the list of all those public snapshots. Okay. So what we need to do, if you go back to the documentation, and same thing which we have applied in AMI cleanup script, is use a filter, and under filter there is a called owner IDs. Okay, so what I will do, I will replace this as a filter. Okay, and then use this owner ID, which is a list, owner ID, which is a list, and I will mention self. Okay, so I am only want to print a snapshot which is owned by me. Okay, what I have done, this should be like this. Okay, so now it's only printing the snapshot which is 01A4, which is owned by me. 01A4. Yep. Okay, so now let me do one thing. Okay, So we have done till this far. Let me see what are the other methods which is supported by this. Methods and attributes supported by this object. So I will use dir. Okay. And in order to filter based on time, or in order to get based on time, what exactly we need to do is to get the start time, that when this snapshot will be created. So you will see an attribute called start time. Okay. We also need to get the snapshot ID. So if you see here, RS, you have something called snapshot ID. Okay. So better way to handle this is, let me do one thing. Let me take one variable just to make this more clear and save the output in that variable. Okay. Let's remove this guy now. Okay. And for snapshot, let me take a variable called snapshot in snapshots. Okay. We need to get the snapshot start time. Let me take start time as a variable, and I will say snapshot. Okay. Dot start underscore time. And then I will print snapshot start time. Okay. Similarly, let me print snapshot dot snapshot underscore ID. This one. So now we are getting both the start time and the snapshot ID. I'm just showing you for the purpose of this demonstration. We don't need this. Okay. So we got these two values. Okay, the start time, and which the start time is important to us. Now what we need to do, we need to calculate the current time. I mean the today's date. Okay. So as you can see, this snapshot is created on 30th of June and today is July 7. So let me use a variable called snap max age. Let me set it up to 6. Okay. Now what we can do, we can calculate the current date, today's date. And this I already explained a lot of time in my previous video. This we can do with the help of datetime and datetime.now, and I can convert the local time zone to the UTC with the help of timezone.utc. Okay. Now in order to calculate the difference in date between this date and the snap maximum age, actually we don't need this. Okay. Let me tell you why we don't need this. Let's calculate the difference in days in terms of current date minus, and that's why we are using a new thing called time delta. So time delta is equal to days, which is set to 6. Okay. We set the maximum number of days this snapshot will be like 10 days. So now what we can do is write a if statement. If the difference in date is greater than the snapshot start time. Okay, so let me explain this one more time. So this current date, which is today's date, this guy, July 7, minus 6 days. Okay, means we want to calculate the difference between those. If this difference in date is greater than the snapshot start time, okay, then what we can do is try, and we will delete the snapshot. So we will say deleting snapshot. Okay, and we will say snapshot dot, we see that the operation is snapshot underscore ID, right? Snapshot underscore ID. We will try to delete that, and the operation to delete a snapshot is simple, called snapshot dot. If you scroll up, there is something called delete. This guy. Okay. Now there may be a situation, exception as E, that snapshot may be in use. So we will write current snapshot is in use. Okay, then we will say snapshot dot snapshot underscore id, and we will continue our code. Okay, so let me explain this one more time. First, we got the snapshot start time. Okay, when that snapshot will be started, and then on the basis of this datetime module, we calculate the current date and the difference in date between the current date and whatever the value we have chosen. If this is greater than the snapshot start time, we will delete that snapshot. And if its snapshot is in use, we will just continue. So if, let's say we have a 5 snapshot, and out of those 5 snapshots, there is 1 snapshot which will be in use. So we will just continue our loop for the other snapshot. Okay. Unfortunately, in this case, I think I only have 1 snapshot and which is in use. So this code is not going to do anything, but please try to execute in your environment, and if you face any issue, please let me know. So it says current snapshot is in use, and that's why it's not going to delete it. I think so. Yep. Okay. So just try to use this script, a simple Boto3 script, to try to delete a snapshot. And if you have any question, please post in the comment section. I will try my best to answer those questions. So thanks once again, and bye.